Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Welcome to this episode of the Drink and TD show or whatever. But TD not here, so I'm holding it down by myself. You heard me? She had went by her people or whatever for Memorial Day. Um, so I ain't want to miss an episode, so here I am. And today's show is sponsored by this plate I got from my neighbor. Y'all see my neighbor? I had started eating, bitch. I was hungry. You heard me? So this episode is sponsored by my neighbor, Lala. She bought me something to eat. You heard me? I was about to cook some noodles casserole for me and my children, but she bought us something to eat. You heard me? Thank you for a neighbor like that. So, long story short, since today Memorial Day, I want to talk about one of my finest memories I have, and that's the time that I made love for the very first time. You heard me? Um, yeah, I want to talk about that because that's one of my most memorable moments. So I was like 16, right? And I had met this dude on a party line. Y'all remember the party line? That's what we had in New Orleans. We had the party line where you call, and you meet a little dude online or whatever, and you skip school, catch the bus to his house or whatever. You heard me? So I had met a little dude out of Seminole on a party line, and I was going to Fourche, so I had skipped school, right? So somebody must have wanted my food. So girl, I had skipped school or whatever. Oh Lord, they're gonna be talking about my little wig. That's what I want. Bitch, don't need one. If you don't like how my wig look, don't need them. I take hand me down wigs, bitch. I ain't tripping. You heard me? So I had skipped school or whatever and went by his house. I wasn't scared. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't scared. I was kind of like I was bucked up. I wanted that jug. You heard me? Cause I was 16. I was still a virgin, but all my friends they had already broke their little virgin or whatever. You heard me? They was getting that thing like yeah, randomly, and they was telling me how good it was. What the fun and stuff was than having sex or whatever. So I wanted to try it. I was curious. So I I went by dude house. Now don't get me wrong, I had, when I was little, when I was a little girl or whatever, I used to my baby what she gave me. So when I was little, I used to gotta be mindful what you say in front of these kids, girl, cause these children these days, Lord, they too advanced, you heard me? So anyway, I used to play what you call it get a little bit when I was a child. You remember, with the little neighborhood boys or whatever. And us girls would get together and play it get a little bit with the boys or whatever. But that was just dry humping, with clothes on, drawers on or whatever. But I never really had got that real jug for real, bitch, until I made 16. So, I went by dude house. Bitch, I'm excited. Ooh, I'm about to get jug. Oh yes, then I could get in a conversation with my friends and talk about, how I be riding and sliding and woo woo woo, all of the above. You heard me? So, yeah, it's finally about to go down. You heard me? So I catch the bus by his house. We in a room. We talking or whatever. He gets straight to the point. He go up there with my little boobies or whatever. You heard me? And he pulled that thing out, bitch. When he pulled that thing out, bitch, I almost ran, bitch, when I said, bitch, what is you about to do with that, bitch? You ain't, boy, no, you ain't about to stick that in me. You heard me? But I had came too far for the turn back. You heard me? So, it is what it is. So, he put it in, I ain't gonna lie, it was hurting or whatever at first, but once, you know, we had, got to, it felt good. You heard me? It was enjoyable. Back then, I'm 40, so back in my days, like when I was 16, like, I'ma say me. I went into all the sucking and all that. You know what I'm saying? That shit was weird to me back then, but bitch today, you heard me? Bitch, I cuss up, but that's another story. You heard me? But yeah, so we did it. Um, I ain't seen him no more after that. You heard me? All that shit, all the dreams he told me on the party line, like, yeah, we gonna be together, we gonna be a family, we gonna have a baby together, you know, and woo woo woo, I'ma take care of you. We gonna live a happy life when we get older or whatever. You heard me? You know, I went by that boy house that day, called the bus back home, and I ain't heard from him no more. You heard me? And I don't know his real name because on the party line, his name was Peanut. Peanut with the 4 goals off the 7 was, oh, hey, that was his thing. Yeah, that's what he used to say. What's up, Wardy? I'm Peanut. My name Peanut. I'm out the 7 wall. I got 4 at the top. You heard me? I got braids. That's when we used to wear the boys used to wear the braids or whatever. Yeah. So that was his description. So Peanut out the 7 wall with the 4 at the top. That had the braids. That went to John Mack. Back in the day, you should be about 40, 41, 42, something like that. You heard me? But you know who you is. You owe me for them lies you told me. But yeah, whoever your girlfriend is now today, bitch, I feel sorry for you if you taking all that, bitch. Lordy, bitch, I was so for days. But what they say, no pain, no gain, bitch. So the soul of Cootie Cat was worked, the pleasure. So that's my story on this Memorial Day. That's my finest memory. Me making love for the very first time, like Betty Wright said. So y'all continue to have a joyful day, baby.